So today we're starting to do the electrics, and as you can see, we've got the panel already fixed into the cupboard, and we've got a few of the bits done. So like the relay's already been done. You'd have seen that in another video, and yeah, it's gonna be a separate video on its own because it's a whole other task. But yeah, so we're fitting in the control panel and then like the lights and the USB that's on here and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to try and get powered up today. So if someone passes me the camera, let me just. Maybe it's a little bit shaky, but yeah. So if you show you back here, these are obviously all the wires that come out the back. But as they are, they're already done when you buy them, which is kind of handy. This cable here is annoying. It's been a nightmare. You'd have seen that in the when we were building the actual cupboard. This was a nightmare. So this needs to fix over here. I've made a little marker there. But yeah, so that's what we're starting today. We just need to wire it all up. And then test it and obviously make sure everything's like working and fine. It shouldn't be too bad because it's, like I said, it's a kit that you buy and you just basically plug and go, so it shouldn't actually be too long or too difficult. Right, so this is the actual control panel that we got with it, that comes obviously with the kit, and then you get all the wires and that lot. And the kit that we bought is from a company called Rain Automotive. I think they're down in Essex, I think it says on the website, but don't take me for that. But just go on the internet and type in Rain Automotive. And they've got loads of different electrical systems. We also bought the solar panel kit from them, which is really handy. Yeah, because they give you a call and stuff and make sure that you kind of get the layout that you want. But obviously, as we've changed our mind all the time, ours is a little bit different now. But yeah, they're really good. This has took about 5 minutes, literally. And I think we've got it done, but it seems a bit too easy, maybe. But so we've got the lights plugged into where the lights go. We've got the fuse box hooked up to the live cable, and then obviously the fuses in there, and then they run into the control panel, and then we've got everything earthed. So I think that's it, and I think it's ready to test. So Tabitha's now just going to go and get the battery, and then we can plug it in, and hopefully it all works. We don't get any smoke or anything, we don't blow up or anything like that. But yeah, fingers crossed, it all works. So the battery's all linked up now, and I'm just going to test the control panel to see if it all works. I can't see any other cables that should go anywhere else, so it should work perfectly fine. So we'll just try first. But we've got a light on there, which is obviously a very good sign. It means it's getting power to it, so that's good. But that's not doing anything. To be fair, all we've got hooked up at the minute to it is these lights. So two of these switches, because they set them on two separate switches for us, so we can have the front half of the van turned on and the back half turned on separately. So we should just cycle through these. That one's got lights. No, not that one. Not that one. So I imagine it's these last two. Yay! There's one working. This one seems very bright compared to that one, as it was me.
I don't know.
And that one works as well. Maybe it's the way I'm looking at it, because these two look a lot brighter than them two, but they obviously must be fine. Yeah, they're fine. We should actually look at them. I'm blinded. But yeah, now I can't see anything because all I can see is white dots. But that's all good. It means it's all working, fitted fine. To be fair, we was expecting this video to be like last us all day. We was like, oh, if we get all this done today, we'll be happy. And it's took us literally 5 minutes. So props off to Rain Automotive for making a super easy kit that is truly plug and go. But we'll tidy it up. Actually, we need to check the two USBs to make sure they work, and the 12-volt cigarette lighter socket to make sure that works as well. And if they all work, literally it's just kind of tidy it all up. And it's been, what, an hour's job, and we'll have all the not even an hour, it's been 5 minutes to fit it, but obviously we've got to tidy it up. So yeah, under half an hour and we've done everything. So yeah, let's test them lot first. So we'll obviously show you if they're working or not, and then we'll move on to the next stage. So we're just going to test the cigarette lighter socket now. We've just got our what's it called, radio signal receiver thing from the car. So this obviously will light up if it's working. So let's test that now. Right. So far there's nothing. Hopefully it's controlled by one of these switches. So let's try that. Nothing. 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 Yeah. Literally the last switch. I was thinking in my head then, like, if this doesn't work, I've just made a video saying it took 5-10 minutes and we've got issues. But
the USB's flashing on that side as well. Oh,
awesome. Yeah, sweet. So next we're going to actually check, see if the USB will charge. We're just going to plug a phone in or something just to test that out. Yeah, so let's test that next. Alright, so let's plug this in. I think they're both the same, so it doesn't really matter. And then, is it that one? Yeah, cool. get rid of tab of notifications, and you'll see if it lights up. So awesome, charging.
Yay!
So yeah, it works. So then both of them are controlled off this switch then. So it's literally these bottom 3 switches that we've got that work. These 3 at the minute are not really connected to anything, because I think one's supposed to be like a water pump, one's supposed to be a diesel heater, which we probably will fit maybe in the winter time, but not now. And another one, I can't remember what that was for, but yeah, there's 3 other switches that we can use for anything, which is good. But yeah, I'll turn that off so we don't waste the battery.
So we've just realised that because we changed the control panel and we turn it upside down just because of that earth cable, that when you actually switch on the USB light, or switch, sorry, it comes up with some numbers which tells you the voltage of the battery. But because it's upside down, yeah, it's actually, you have to read it upside down.
So I was reading this as 8.21 and then I realised it's actually backwards. It's actually 12 point, it's gone up, I don't know how that's worked, but yeah, it's 12.9. So we're just going to have to remember that every time we look at the voltage on there, that it's actually upside down, which is going to be a bit confusing, but there you go. So what I'm going to do now is just tidy up all the cables on the inside of the box and make sure everything's like tucked away and stuff, and it's not going to contact on each other. And then we can secure the box down and actually push it back and then move on to the solar panel, which is the next job. So if Tav just gives me the camera, let me take that. Yeah, so as you can see, obviously at the minute the light's not great, but the cables, like there's some down here, and then obviously the ones back there, and we've got cables all up here and that lot, so we just need to make sure they're coming out the right places and it's all a bit neat and tidy. And we've got, if I look at the top, we've got obviously the relay there that I need to secure to this bit of wood here, so I'm going to do that now.
So we've just stuck up the insulation onto the roof, it's going to be sticking up alright. We've now just got to get the wood panels that we cut out a couple of weeks ago, and then we also painted white. We've got to cut out holes for the lights and then stick it back up, and then we should be done. Right, so as you can see, we've got all the panels up and all the lights are working perfectly. There's a couple of things we still need to sort out, like this up here. There's a little gap, so we're going to get some beading or something like that to sort that out. Which we won't be able to do today because we don't have anything for that. We managed to use the beading that's over the driver's seat and the passenger seat, because I just clipped down and clipped back up, so that was fine. So it's just them ones there to sort out.
Right, so we're just nipping out to Screwfix to get some more supplies. The main things we need is the binding for the cables at the back, some step like nosing for the front and back steps, and for the roof as well. When we said earlier about we need to get something to fill in them little gaps, there's some flat white PVC bars which look perfect for the job, so we're just going to go and get some of them, and hopefully that fits. And then yeah, today we should hopefully do a few of the tidying up jobs as well, which would be a bonus. So when we got down to Screwfix and ordered the things we needed, they only had 2 out of the 4 things in, so we've got to go back tomorrow to pick up the step trim and the beading stuff for the roof, so obviously go in between where the panels are. But yeah, they had the excuse me, they had the cable tidying, which obviously you can go in this cable in here to make it a lot neater and stuff, and obviously it's not going to get caught or anything like that. They've got the screws in as well, but obviously we don't need them till tomorrow now. But yeah, so just going to fit this now. As you can see now, that casing is in, and it makes it look way neater. So if you come right back, you can see most of it. So as you can see, there's the box fully done. All we're going to do in a minute is just actually unscrew this panel in and then screw it to the floor so it's permanently fixed. But the control panel's in and working, the solar panel's in and working, and obviously it's all tidied up now as well. So that's pretty much the electric's done.